Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Once, empaths, a good friend of mine educated me on red words. I'm not sure if you're aware of this concept, but I had never heard of it. Although I only have a brief understanding at the moment, and I've only just put it in place, I thought it would be something good to share with the community because it will help you with narcissists involved in your life. You see, sometimes you can't avoid narcissists involved in your life for a myriad of reasons, a variety of reasons, you know. It could be that you are a parent and the narcissist involved in your life is the other parent. It could be, and the child is young. It could be a boss at work. It could be similar to my circumstance with a family member who you want to remain close to their child, but you know you can't cut them off completely because you want to have the contact or the affiliation with their child, and you need to be there for their child in a way and offer them some sort of balance, you know. But this concept that this good friend shared about red words really struck home with me, you know. And although I have a brief understanding, what I understood from what they told me is basically you can either do this mentally, you could write it down, you could tell them, you know, but you have a list of things that if conversations arise about these subject matters, whatever it may be, detailed, like personally catered to your own situation, right? Certain conversations that come up that trigger arguments, certain conversations that come up that cause disagreements, certain conversations that come up that cause stress. And you could either just ignore them, or you could politely say, which I think it's better to, I don't want to carry on this conversation now. We can talk about something else, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. You know, just politely. As an empath, you're allowed to say no. And that's why we often get misled into these situations, right? But I did make a video the other day on the narcissistic family member. It was a bit of a rant. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet. Perhaps I'll attach it at the end if I can find it, which one it was. Yeah. So, 2 days ago now, got into some heated debate, and they were just attacking me with all this stuff. And I've actually had the good friend tell me it's bullying, and a member on the membership channel reach out by email, which was very, very kind of him as well. And after he heard the video, it wasn't on the membership channel, by the way. He heard the video on YouTube, but he still messaged me. Very kind of him. And he also, like, he hasn't spoke to this good friend. They've had no contact. Like, he hasn't spoke to them. But from what I explained in the video, he singled it out as bullying as well. He's like, you're being bullied. You know, he could see from what I expressed that it's bullying going on. You know, and this good friend also told me it's bullying going on. I didn't realize that was actually what was happening, right? But I'm going on a little family trip away soon. And this narcissistic family member will be there, right? So they messaged me today about something one of my family members said. So it's going to get confusing because I'm going to be saying family member a lot. But one of the family members we're visiting, they messaged something about what we're doing and something like that. I said, oh, that's great. Okay. And they asked what I would like for breakfast or something like that. And I said, oh, yeah, anything's fine. No drama, like no stress, like anything's fine. Toast, whatever is great, you know. And they said, oh, great. So then they phoned me, right? And one of my granddad's nephews, I think. So although it's a very distant family, I met him at a funeral once and we bonded quite well. So he has been a real like impact in my life. Like he's a real like good man. He's got really ill at the moment. So I'm not looking for any sympathy at all. I'm just telling you he's reaching elderly age and he's he's ran into some certain issues with health, right? So this narcissistic family member was crying, but it's like, when they was doing the crying, I thought, okay, they're sad, they've spoke to him on the phone, okay, like, so I was being supportive and stuff, you know. And actually, let me be specific. This family member, the elderly family member, he's got cancer, right? Various cancers in his body. So I said to this narcissistic family member, you need to think about stopping smoking, right? You need to think seriously about stopping smoking, because that's coming from a place of care. You know, I generally care. They have a child. I was saying, you need to stop smoking. They said, oh, I will. Sorry, this is a bit of a rant again. It's turned into a rant, sorry. But then they said, you know, no one, what was it again? No one cares about me. You know, no one cares about me. I'm stressed. No one cares about me. And started going on the attack again. So I used the red words. I said, I no longer want to have this conversation. Goodbye. And I didn't say what I told you to say, where like we can talk about something else. I said, I no longer want to engage in this conversation. Politely, I said it, and goodbye. Right? And then I messaged them twice and I said, like, everyone is stressed to some degree, and everyone has cortisol in their body, you know, and they haven't responded, and I've left it as that. But what I'm trying to say to you now is, they knew that we wasn't on good terms, and it's like, I don't know if this is going to sound messed up in the head, right? Please, if you think I'm messed up in the head, put it in the comment section. They may have well been upset about the family member that's ill, understandably. But it's like, they use that to speak to me. That's what I think. Now, I could be way off, right? But then, well, I'm engaging with them. I'm being civil. You know, I'm engaging with them. I'm being civil. But then they had to drop in the, no one cares about me. I'm stressed. No one's there for me. La 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 la. When the ill family member that spoke to them on the phone cares about them. The family they messaged me that we're going to visit cares about them. You know, was asking what they want for breakfast, cares about them, you know. Happy to see them, excited to see them, you know. But then to me, for some reason, no one cares about me. No one's there for me. I'm stressed. So it's going to sound so insignificant to you, but it's something I didn't do. I would normally get wrapped into getting into an endless debate from that situation. And these red words that this good friend's told me to do has helped me tremendously, because it's nipped it in the bud. Right? I said, I don't want to engage in this conversation. I didn't tell them they're wrong. I didn't tell them, you know, no, I do care about, they know I care about them. They know the elderly family member who's got cancer cares about them. He even said, like, he doesn't want the cancer to affect his brain. It's gone all over his body. And he's making phone calls to people to, like, have a good conversation while he still can. So he cares. You know, he cares. He genuinely cares about her, the narcissistic family member. And he reached out to her to speak to her. You know, the narcissistic family member. But, you know, but then they say to me, the narcissistic family member, they say to me, no one cares about me, which is just illogical. It's irrational. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. It's got no leg to stand on. And that's why I used the red words to say I don't want to engage in this conversation. It wasn't actually one of the red words that I knew I would use, because I don't know if I've mentioned this in this video already, because I've taken 2 takes at making this video, but I think it was 2 days ago now, I sent them a list of things that I don't want to discuss with them anymore. These things are crazy things, like stuff that they try to lure me into, and topics that they try to talk about with me, and it ends in arguments and disagreements and rage and anger. And so I told them these things. Please do not talk to me about A, B, C, D, E, F, G anymore. I'm not interested. I don't want to talk about it. You know? I've told them that. And this is the thing. They knew that I'd said that. Right? They knew that I said that. And when I sent them that and the messages, they said, they had done this the other day as well. It reminds me. In the messages this time. The time that I've just mentioned now was over the phone. But I said, I don't want to talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? All these various things with you anymore. And they said, what did they say again? They said, they tried to bring one of these things up, basically. They tried to bring something up. And I said to them, I don't want to, I said the same thing that I used today. I don't want to engage in this conversation, right? Anymore. And then they said, go away. So once they saw that I was disengaging with them, they said, go away. So I said, God bless you. Have a good evening. Relax. Or something like that. And then they said, go away. So I said, God bless you. Again. Then they said, go away. So I was just like, this person is so pathetic. So I just started winding them up saying, God bless you. You know? This good friend also told me to tell, like, in a way, if you can master it, you can actually kill people with kindness. You know, I wasn't being rude. I was being polite. I was just saying, God bless you. They believe in God. I was just saying, God bless you. And they kept saying, go away. But I was the one who initiated the thing about saying, I don't want to engage in this conversation anymore. So this happened by text. So this happened a couple of days ago. Then they've reached out today with this whole scenario with the person getting ill, family member getting ill with cancer. And then they've reached out about the visitation that I'm going to do, the little holiday trip that I'm going to do to see family. They've reached out about that. Then they've dropped the bombshell. No one cares about me. No one cares about me. I'm stressed. No one cares about me. Playing the victim. And that's what I should have probably emphasized more. It's playing the victim. Which now makes me not think, right? And if I speak to anyone, I'm going to share it on YouTube, but if I speak to anyone about this, they're going to think that I've got a warped way of thinking. But to me, something doesn't sit right in their sad state about this family member who is ill with cancer. It's like they've almost used that thing to somehow communicate with me, to then somehow start an argument. But I disengaged. Like I said, they may have generally been upset to some degree about the family member. Understandable. They're not psychopaths. Narcissists do have emotions. So they may have well been upset. But they used it for their gain. And the point that I'm trying to make is, why are they speaking illogical nonsense? And that's the reason why I used the red words that the good friend said when they said no one cares about me. Because, like I said, the ill family member with cancer cares about them enough, even though he's got all of that trouble going on in his plate with various cancers through his body. And I'm not looking for sympathy now, playing the victim, please. I'm not. I'm just saying he's making phone calls to family members because he doesn't want it to affect his brain, and he's been told that he hasn't got long left. So he's making phone calls to ask people how they're doing, and have some final nice conversations with people. So he generally cares about this narcissistic family member. He does, and he cares about their child. He does, right? So the illogical. And also the family that we're going to visit, they care about them because they're saying, you can stay at my house. What do you want for breakfast? We're going to go and do this on such and such a day. We're going to go and do this. We're going to go and do that. Like, they care about the narcissistic family member as well. So the illogical nonsense that they spoke to me today is just trying to trigger me. It's just trying to trigger me. Playing the victim. Playing the victim once again. No one cares about me. I'm sick of it. So if you can extract anything from this video, please take what you can from it and disregard the rest. But if you can try and incorporate some red words in your own life, whether you write them down, whether you tell the narcissist involved in your life the red words that you don't want to communicate with them about, or you just mentally store them in your mind, and use them when applicable and add ones in when you need to, like I done today. I wasn't aware of this red word that would need to be used, but I had to use it, you know, because it was starting an argument. I had to politely say, you know, I no longer want to engage in this conversation. Goodbye. You know. So anyway, just understand these red words are powerful, and I'm still in early stages of enforcing this, you know. I'm still in early stages of enforcing this method, but I think it can be very useful to those of you out there setting clear boundaries, for those of you out there setting clear boundaries, so it will subconsciously train them not to approach you in a certain way, which is why I think with what I mentioned in the texts the other day, they knew they couldn't approach a conversation with me about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so they had to approach a conversation with me about something else, you know? They had to approach the conversation about something else. So anyway, if you'd like to know more about the narcissist loves arguments and drama, the empath loves peace and serenity, it just doesn't work, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.